Right now on the come up, lately been talking my shit because I know I come from the gutter since I'm such a brother. Then I go
aim training. I'm basically just playing private match bot drills and training my aim with these, and I'll show you the drills I go through. Okay, so basically we go into a custom match here. I go to play, I go to game setup, and I go to my modes, and I have a few modes. I have a few drills here. These are about 5 minutes each. I just like to do all of them, probably about like once a day, just every single one. I might skip the tracking drills on some days because I'm kind of planning on playing multiplayer and not Warzone. And multiplayer, you really need flicking more than tracking. So I'll click on one of these modes, and then as you can see, I have the settings all mixed up here. I got 5 minutes on the timing, unlimited score, match starts in 5 seconds, skips infill. Players have 25 points of health because it's a flick drill. I want it to be one shots when I hit them. Weapon mounting disabled so that people aren't mounted up everywhere. Health regen fast because it's such low health. Spectating disabled so it quickly goes past the kill cam, which is also disabled. Enable minimap, no. Weapon pings on minimap, disabled, disabled, disabled. There's not really a point in looking at the minimap with how little people there are in the game. So I'm just kind of flicking. I just need more visibility. Spawn ammo mags at max. Field upgrade charge rate 10x. Field upgrade score modifier 10x. This is so I can activate dead silence and increase my FOV and train that. Because next game, you're definitely going to have an FOV slider if you're on next gen, which I need to play at a slightly higher FOV because that's probably what I'm going to be at when I'm playing on that one. Bot setup, I like to go with 7 on the flick mode. Go with recruit because it doesn't really matter how they're moving on flick mode. When I'm on the tracking mode, which is like 300 health, I go with mixed because then some of the players drop shots, some of the players jump while they shoot at you. I mean, it's just better training overall. And these are the loadouts I have. Basically, I have a SKS, everything 80S except for this, so I can practice using like a 1.25x or however much that is. And then I have the deagle here, practicing my flicking. It's very punishing if you miss, so I think it's pretty good for flick training. And then we have tracking drills here. It's just CX9, everything 80S speed with a compensator and a big mag so that I can track them and do all 300 damage with one mag. I also have sleight of hand because you're going to be using like a whole mag on every person. Your CX9 does so little damage. And the snipers I use is this Car 98, everything 80S with a sniper scope and sleight of hand. And then this SPR, everything 80S. I got the ASP, and normally I don't have the feather here. Normally I have like heavier bullets in the mag, but for this type of thing, you're going to need to be rechambering quickly rather than doing more damage. So that's what I choose with that. The equipment doesn't really matter, like the lethal and tactical, that doesn't really matter. You shouldn't really be using those ever. Now, you may be asking me why I don't just play Warzone or just play multiplayer over and over to train my aim instead. First of all, we're going to start off with Warzone. Warzone is not skill-based. They put you in skill-based matchmaking, but overall, once you get past a certain point, the game is just luck. Basically, what I like to call it is like a natural cap. Basically, you can become good at the game, but up to that natural cap, once you get there, everybody starts winning gunfights based on luck. Everybody's hitting their shots, everybody's hitting headshots, but you're only going to win that gunfight if you have that better gun, if you have that better TTK, because it's just so competitive up there. And at that point, it's just not skill-based until you get your loadout drops. And even then, I don't have maxed out Vanguard guns. I can't be bothered to buy a $60 game just to grind it out, just to be able to compete in Warzone. I just can't be bothered with that. So what I do is I just play in the bot drills. So now for multiplayer, I like to play Search and Destroy, and as you know, that's just a one death, no respawn type thing. That is not good for training your aim. You are not going to get better at aiming with that because there's just so much time in between dying and killing that you're going to have to be waiting like a minute every time you die. Now, Team Deathmatch, honestly, I play that sometimes, just a little. Shoot House 24/7, for example, is a great idea. Basically, it just trains you with how players actually move. You use that raw aim and you refine it with that multiplayer experience. But that multiplayer experience is going to be hard to get because it takes like 3 or 4 minutes to queue into matches, especially on the high end of SBMM. You get to aim how people move in multiplayer normally, and that is very important. So what I would do is I would do all those drills for about 25 minutes a day and hop into like 1 or 2 team deathmatches just daily. And I'm just doing that every single day to try and hammer out that experience so I can get that perfect aim for when that release of Modern Warfare 2 comes out. Because if you look at the trailers of Modern Warfare 2, it looks the exact same. I'm gonna be honest, it's gonna be the exact same game. It's probably gonna have the same movement, and it's probably gonna have the exact same settings as we had, just like we had with Vanguard, where you can just move all the same settings from Modern Warfare right over to Vanguard. I'm guessing I'm just gonna be able to, right out the gate, be like top 1%, just be able to shit on kids. I just need to know the maps, I just need to get the experience. But everybody else is also going to be new to the game, and I'm just excited for the hecticness of the next Modern Warfare game. If you don't already know, I have a Discord. It kind of popped off, my last video popped off, but I still need a few more people in order to try and make content off of it. If you want to possibly be in a future video, just hop on the Discord. I'll ping you whenever there's an opportunity.